Floss Tube.
Hi, Floss Tube.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jane.
And we're the BosStitchers. This is episode number 16. Today is Saturday, March 13th, 2021. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
If you are a new subscriber, welcome. And if you have seen us before, welcome back.
So, how's your week been, Jane?
Oh, let's see. My week has been very good.
Good.
Except yesterday. Yesterday I went to have a dental implant.
Ooh.
And
sounds painful and financially painful.
you got that right. So they take this little screw and they put it into your bone. And then 3 months later, the bone grows around this screw, so then you can have like a cap or a, your tooth put on, crown put on.
Yeah.
But they have to cut your gum. And once everything is done, she sewed me up.
Okay.
And I could see, so she's got the needle, and she's got this really long piece of thread. So she's like this, and like pulling it like this. And all I could think of was, I hope your stitches are neat. So,
I wonder if she's a cross stitcher.
I don't know.
It might be like a busman's holiday, right?
Yeah. I can't. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't want
not to know.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
No.
Well, nice to have that behind you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, did you have a good week?
I did.
Okay,
Yeah. Nothing too special, but
good.
March is kind of like that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Especially in a pandemic. Yeah. Well, we had gorgeous weather a couple of days. That was really nice. That was a real tease to be able to get out and walk and enjoy
Today it's
that
back
sunshine.
into the 40s.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, would you like to throw out the first stitch?
I'd love to. So, I only have one whip this time, and you'll see why later. But Jane is going to insert a picture for me. I only have a really poor black and white picture of this, but this may be familiar to past viewers. This is Prairie Schooler's Winter's Eve, and it's from the Gift of Cross Stitch magazine. And I did this, I don't know, around November to December-ish, and it was for a small little pillow finish for a coworker, and I liked it so much. I've been wanting to do it for myself. So it's all the called for DMCs, and I'd hoped to have enough of BeStitchMe chalkboard fabric left, which I really love, but I kind of like generous margins, so I didn't have enough. So this one is on black aida like the last one I did. So I'm hoping for a quick finish on this one. Jane and I are getting together with our craft group for a live session next 2 weekends from now, which we're really looking forward to.
Yeah.
And we're going to see our finisher. So that really is my motivation to have this ready to pass off to her then.
Yeah. And that's all DMC?
Yeah.
Because it's Prairie Schooler, right?
All four. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
looks nice. Looks nice.
I
think you'll be able to do it.
I think I can. How about you?
All right. Well, I have a few whips this week, and if Tiger would get off the chair. All right. First thing I worked on was this pattern. It's from a Stoney Creek book. The book is called Nature's Best for the Bath, and the one that I'm working on is this here. It's for a friend of mine, and the pattern is called Under the Sea. And let's see. So I made some decent progress on this.
Oh yeah.
Let's put this on here. I finished one of the fish. So the stitching anyway, it still has a lot of back stitching. This chart has a ton of back stitching.
It's from that era, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. But this the fish is done. It's just that down here is all white stitching, so you can't really see it that well. So one fish is done. Started on the second.
Love those colors.
Yeah. Now we're starting to get into some nice bright colors. So. And the second thing I worked on, this was something I worked on for the No New Starts group. There's a birthday sal that they have 2 birthday sals per month.
Oh,
one the first half and one the second half. So for the first half of March, it was Stitch on Something for Easter.
Okay.
So I pulled out this Kooler classic chart from Kooler Design Studio, and this is Spring Floral Cross.
That's perfect for Easter.
Yeah. And this chart has a lot of confetti. Actually, the Under the Sea has a lot of confetti too, so I have 2 projects that...
You're a glutton for punishment, in other words.
I am, yes, right now.
I love that color.
So...
What's that fabric?
This fabric is... Wow, the sun's really starting to come through.
Want me to put that down?
No, I think it's... I think it'll be fine. This fabric is a 32 count lugana. It's called Lavender, and it's from Silkweavers. So, and the floss is just DMC. So this daffodil in the middle, I'm off somewhere. And I know up at the top, I know the top is correct. But somewhere around the middle of the daffodil, I'm off by a stitch or 2. So I stopped stitching on the daffodil, and I decided that I'd come down here and do some of the greenery. And then what I think I'm going to do is stitch around the daffodil and then kind of either fill in or take out stitches just so that it'll work out evenly.
Yeah.
I think it looks... You're never going to be able to tell.
Right.
It's going to look fine. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
And I got annoyed, so I actually came down here just so that I could do some other stitching.
Something else. Yeah.
So
that's pretty. I think you'll be able to fudge your way through that, though.
I think so. There's like I said, there's just so much confetti that, being off a stitch here or there is not really, it's not really going to matter that much. The next one, this is Beach Dance by Lindy Stitches.
You have got a lot done on this.
I do. So this project is one that I work on at lunchtime, at work when I get lunch.
Well, I was going to say, you must be taking pretty long ones.
And
Note to employer.
And I also work on this, like if I just have a few minutes and I just
want to pick up something.
I can put in something really quick. Also, this is the project that I work on at Stitch Group at our LNS. So,
all right. I guess you justify bad enough.
So don't tell my boss. Anyway, this is Beach Dance, and I just started putting in some of the flowers because the body of one of the birds here is not done, but this is something that I can do easily when I go to the L&S.
Right.
And so I'm kind of saving that. So I have the flowers because I need to pay a little bit more attention to those. This guy over here needs a wing. And then it's pretty much done. I have to fill in the whites of their eyes. I did put in their pupils because they look like zombie. They look like zombie boobies. So this is done on a 32 count lugana. It was a limited edition from Color and Cotton. It's gray, and then I'm just using it's a combination of DMC floss and some floss that I bought the kit. So some of the specialty floss was included in the kit. So I'm just using that plus whatever DMC. So I guess I'm using all the call for. Tiger, you're bothering me.
As we mentioned before, Jane always comes prepared with some treats from her beagles. Although I don't think they know that they're coming
they don't know
here.
that they're sharing.
And Tiger does not stray far from Jane when she's here. Oh, this is the one I am dying to see.
This is, let me get the picture. This is Let Freedom Ring by Lila's Studio.
Now you're just probably you're stitching on this for the first 100 days, right, of the administration?
Well, yes, that was my original thought, but you know, I'm really liking stitching on something every day.
Yeah.
So, you know, first 100 days, absolutely. But then I think I think I'm going to have this be like, a lot of people do a daily 30. So every day they pick up a project and stitch on it for a minimum of 30 minutes. Okay. And sometimes more. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna keep on stitching. So that my original idea was to stitch on this for the first 100 days of the Biden administration.
Excuse me.
God bless you. But I will definitely keep stitching on this.
That is a big project, so I see
really,
how you could...
really fun.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I just really like doing it. It's a lot of fun to stitch.
Yeah, keep going. You've got that momentum.
Yeah. All right, so here I am. Oh, let me put it the right way. Okay.
Oops.
There we go.
Wow. That looks terrific, Jane.
So
you
the
did
house,
so much on this.
Well, the building, it's not a house, the building is almost done. And then I kind of moved around a little bit because there's DMC and there's specialty floss in this. So when I started, when I bought the floss for this, I bought all the specialty floss. Yeah. And thought, oh, you know,
right.
Of course I have all the DMC, you know, so there's a lot of DMC and just a handful of specialty. So I made sure that I had all of the, you know, weeks and everything else that I needed. And I just started the project. Yeah. So then I get down to, now I'm down to everything's done except for the inside of this door. And I find out that I don't have that color of DMC.
Despite the fact that we probably have bought thousands of skeins in our...
It's just incredible. It really is incredible that I don't have
the Murphy's Law of stitching.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't have this door. So then I decided, well, I'd come down here and I'd, you know, do some of the grass. And then, so the grass on I don't know what page it is, but I did a middle start. So all the grass on, you know, the middle here is done. And then I started up on the tree a little bit. I couldn't decide, maybe I wanted to go down and do this, you know, finish this, like it'll probably be page, I don't even know, 9 or something, I don't know. But so finish basically the middle portion. So I stitched this. Then I started on the trees. So I don't know what I'm doing. The fact that I don't have this DMC is throwing me off.
Yeah.
So once I get that done, I want to completely finish the building before I go in, and I think I'll backstitch as I go. Okay. So I don't have to do it all at the end. Yeah, that'd be nice. So it's there's some backstitching in the building, so I'll do that.
Wow, that looks terrific. Well, if you keep going on that,
it's fun. It's really fun. Yeah, it's really fun to do. The last project I stitched on was Boston, and this is by Awesome Pattern Studios. So this is another one that I just pick up every once in a while, and I felt like stitching on it, so I got a little bit more done. And
love that.
So I started putting in the Zakum bridge over here, and the rest of the bridge will be on this side. And then I started down here, and I put in a little bit of the Charles River.
Nice. The hat shell there?
Yep, the hat shell is here. The State House. So, you know, I pick this up every once in a while.
Yeah, I love that. Love the colors in that too.
Yeah, and this is a 32 count blue ice. Pretty linen. Okay, so those were my whips.
Very good. Good progress.
Let's see. What are we going to move on to? Finishes?
I'm glad you asked.
All right. I have no finishes.
Well, this is a banner week for me. Perhaps never to be repeated again. I don't know, but I have 3 finishes. And the first, well, maybe I should start with smalls. But anyway, this is Hands-On Design. Let's Talk Winter.
Nice.
And I'd almost finished this, well, much earlier in the winter anyway. And then I wanted a new starter whip, so I moved on to Let's Talk Fall. And once I got that in the frame, I just left that. But I think this is my favorite of the series. And there's a whole lot of white in there, or more specifically, DMC 365. And it's an easy stitch. And I'm happy it's finished. And I've thought about this. Right? Yeah, I love this. It's BeStitchMe Dirty Chalkboard, which I love that fabric. And from early on with this, I knew just how I want to finish it. I do want to frame it. And I actually have an appointment at the Framers tomorrow. Oh, nice. So I'm hoping they have, thinking of a older, some tone of white frame, kind of crackled or something. So I hope they have what I have in mind. So then I also finished up fall. And this is also done with the called for DMCs and kind of a not exact palette, but kind of similar to it.
Very pretty.
And that was fun. And so I'm thinking that I might
also chalkboard, right?
Also chalkboard, yep. And I'm trying to. I'm thinking that I will probably have them done, framed in the same way. Depending on cost, maybe I won't have them both done tomorrow. We'll see. But and then I could kind of have them in the same place in the house. Just kind of swap them out every season. Yep. And I had thought that would be all that I would do of these. I'm not a big serial stitcher, And I think Jane and I both tend to gravitate towards winter and fall stitching, wouldn't you say? But then Hands On Design came out with that Let's Talk Spring, but during this expo. So I thought, why not? Maybe I have to do that series. So I'm waiting for that to come. So that would be good. And then I have one other little finish. And
actually, you have 2 more finishes.
Well, that's an FFO.
Oh, true. Sorry.
You're getting ahead of yourself, Jane.
Sorry.
This is an oldie but goodie. I don't know if anyone else remembers these little sweet petite kits by Dimensions. And they were little ornament kits, and they came very complete with a frame. And it's actually counted needlepoint. And it's like about, I don't know, 2.5 by 2.5.
Yeah.
And this one was called...
Look how tiny that
is.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it was fun. I was just found it. I was going through my stash one day after the other finishes thinking, what's next?
Yeah.
And I saw it in there, and I thought, oh, this would be cute. I'm hoping to put together a little Advent box this year, maybe for both my daughter and my husband, and it won't all be completely stitched things, but I'm thinking of Christmas ornaments and things in there, along with the usual chocolate and nips and whatever, so to balance it out.
That's great.
Yeah. So
you've got to start on it.
I've got to start, yep.
Now who's that for, your husband or your daughter?
I think probably my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. And, but I was saying to Jane, gee, I'm going to have to see if I still have any of Aileen's glue.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's still sticky to this little hanger for this, and it all gets it. It's a very compact thing. They tell you to use the back of the directions, the plain part, to finish off the back. So it's a low-cost finish that I've got here.
It'll still look very good, though. I like that little frame.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So that was it for the finishes.
Okay. All right. And now
I have an FFO, thanks to very quick finishing. This is an old Pine Mountain kit. And as Jane knows, I was crazy for these at one time. I've had a ton of these. And this is my favorite one, I think. I've done a ton of them. Yeah, I've given them for little gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I still come across another one in my stash. And this was one of my favorites. This is a Thanksgiving one. So I've done this one before. And so here's this.
You did it.
I've stitched this. Yeah.
Oh, so like for a gift?
Yeah, it's at least the second one I've done. I don't know.
Do you know if that one's still available?
I
might have to get that one.
I think it is. I can't swear to it, but I think 123 has Pine Mountain kits sometimes, as does Silver Needle, or at least they used to.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah.
I might have to look for that. It is very cute.
Yeah. That was fun. So I got that done, and I guess that's it. But I said to Jane, boy, I'm kind of hooked now on having these finishes. So I'm really torn between, I guess what I should go back is I sure have a lot of whips that really just need a little bit more on them. So I could do some of those, and then I have some little projects, like I've been wanting to do those Prairie Schooler Santas, so I have some of those.
Yep.
But then I'm also torn to, I have that Haid that I recently got. Now that I patent keeper, I wanted to take that out. So I don't know. It's hard, isn't it?
Too much to stitch.
Yeah.
So much to stitch, so little time.
Competition, right?
Well, I will say that if you want to do a bigger project, then the 30 minutes a day has really helped me.
Yeah.
So
that's
and
a good idea.
I don't know if I was necessarily a believer in that before,
Right.
but I certainly am now.
Now you're
so,
a convert.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was so excited. I waited so long to get that Hade, and I'm so happy to have Patent Keeper, and I want to try that out. But when I was thinking, like, I think those have something like over 300,000 stitches in them, right?
Yeah, don't think about that, though.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, don't think about that.
I was kind of weighing that against my expected lifespan.
Yeah,
And
don't think
all
think
right,
about that.
all right, maybe that's a 30-minute a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, maybe it's a Hade, so maybe an hour a day.
Yeah. Who needs that hour of sleep, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, of course, we'll be losing one tonight, won't we?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
daylight
right.
savings.
Don't forget to set your clock.
Yeah, it's worth it though, isn't it? To have that sunshine at night and
Yeah.
some extra light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of extra light,
Should we-
feels good.
Yeah,
no,
no, it does
I
feel
think
good coming in, doesn't
I
it?
think
Yeah.
it's all right.
We don't know if you can see, but
Yeah.
you know, we're comfortable.
Right, All right.
All right.
What else you got? That's it?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I don't have any haul.
No haul.
And it wasn't for lack of trying.
Okay.
What was that about the no or spinning limits? No, I have somewhat stuck to those.
Yeah.
But I have a bunch of stuff I'm waiting for. You probably will show things from some of the places we have. So
Yeah.
we'll see if it comes someday.
All right. Well, I have some haul.
All right.
Let's see. So I'm going to start with this.
Speaking of waiting for things.
Oh, this is my oldest purchase. So on Monday I got a package, and I'm like,
What is this?
you know, what is this? And turns out it's an order that I placed with Picture This Plus or Hanging Thread. Back
Probably was Picture This Plus when you wanted it.
Yeah. Back in July of 2020, and it was it was a package of four pieces of fabric. Now they are all 32 count lugana, and they're big pieces. They're all 27 by 36. And it was a really good deal. So I bought those back in July, and I got them Monday.
And I bet in July you didn't really know that the world would look like it does today, right?
So I thought, well, okay, now let's see if the sun is going to cooperate.
Oh, that looks good.
That looks good.
Yeah.
So
that is very
this
true.
is
Tip
32
color.
count lugana, and it is fawn. And yeah, it is a very pretty very pretty color. This next one is called Havisham, and I don't know. I can't really. Is it a light blue?
Yeah, I was just gonna
it's
say.
very very light. It's
Yeah.
it's got a little blue tone to it. It's almost white, and there's not a lot of modeling in it.
Very pretty
But
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
use that for something.
Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah, this one is called Tidal.
Yeah, that's nice. Great color in that. Probably a little darker than it's showing, huh?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love that.
And then the last one, a lot of people
Yeah,
are very
yeah,
familiar
that's a
with.
good-
This is Vellum.
It's a nice standard.
Yeah. And it actually, it's kind of similar to Faun, but
More
It's-
modeling in the
it's lighter
Faun.
too. So this is Faun, and this is the bottom is Vellum.
Well, I guess I'd say that was worth waiting for, Jane.
Yeah. So.
If you had a project in mind for those, it's
Yeah,
probably long forgotten.
Long forgotten, or probably not stitched though.
Right.
So
You can still use it then.
exactly. All right. I also got, and I will take this out. I got my fabric of the month from Color and Cotton. This is another 32 count lugana, and this is from the February Fabric Club, and this is called Moonstone.
I love that.
Looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Might be a tad darker in real life, but want this or
What's that? That's pretty good.
yeah,
A
yeah.
little bit darker, yeah.
That is very nice. I love the way they finish them off too.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Don't forget
Now, right. So, you're right. So we could do those next, I guess. So this is another from Color and Cotton, and this is the Thread of the Month Club. And this is the last one that I'm going to be getting from Color and Cotton. I have a lot of Color and Cotton thread. I love them. But I thought that I'd like to increase my stash with some Gentle Arts. So I joined a Gentle Arts club. And this would be the last one that I'm getting from Color and Cotton. So to the person that took my spot in the Floss of the Month Club, you're welcome.
Enjoy.
So this is Battleship. Let's see.
Okay.
I think maybe.
Oops, sorry.
Let's see. That's pretty good. That's Battleship. This is Storm Clouds.
Nice variation in that.
Yeah. This next one is Aged Pumpkin. Then we have Antique Rose. That looks nice too. And Chris asked me if in fact this does look like lava stone, and it does kind of,
But
I would say.
I think I probably need to go to Hawaii
I think you should.
check that out to make
I
sure
think everybody
you're correct.
needs to go to Hawaii
I
to
think
check
that's
out
a
and see if
good
that's
idea.
in fact accurate. Nickel. And this is Old Lace.
It's a nice off-white.
And we have Flamingo.
You could have used that, Jane, when you were doing your JBWs.
Yeah, well, I have more to do, so.
Okay.
This one is a limited edition, so there's no name.
It's another pretty
Yeah.
sea-looking
Yeah.
color.
I like that. And last but not least, this is a beautiful one. This is
Yeah.
Egyptian.
I was saying to Jane, I think that would look great on like a long dog sampler or
Yeah.
monochromatic.
All right.
Very nice.
Let's see. What else do I have? So, Autumn Lane Designs, Dark Queen of the Sea, came out with part number 7.
Ooh.
And so part number 7 is, I think, the crown,
Top,
and
yeah.
there's some framing in there. I printed this one out because I think this is the way that I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do the purple hair, and then there's a skull you can stitch, but I'll probably stitch the, I'm going to call it an orb.
Okay.
I'll probably stitch it this way. I have not even completed part 1 yet.
Well, they don't take them away from you, Jane,
No,
right?
no, they don't. I don't know. I just have kind of I'm not feeling this one right now. So stitching on other things. I like it. I really do. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling the stitching right now.
You got a lot of competitors there.
Yeah,
So.
I'll eventually get it done.
Yeah.
Silver Needle was having a sale on Super Bowl Sunday, so I had to buy a few things from them, and the order came in. This is a Blackberry Lane Designs, and this is called Stitching by the Sea.
Nice. That'll go good with your JBW collection.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I also I've been looking at this one for a while. This is an Erica Michaels. It's called Hearthside Christmas. And it says, friends for your fireside, a wreath for your door, more pleasure at Christmas than ever before, contentment and laughter, good times and good cheer, and peace to go with you all through the new year.
Nice. I think that will be very apt for Christmas 2021,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Yeah. And then I've started collecting the Sing a Song of Christmas charts by JBW Designs, and I got number 13, which is We Three Kings, and I got chart number 14, which is I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Nice. Is that what they're up to now? Is 14 or even more?
Good question. I think there's more.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure
nice.
though. I'll have to go back and check. So I have a few holes, but little by little I'm
filling it in.
Filling in. Yeah. So I also so I'm kind of into clubs now. I don't know why. But,
Yeah.
so I have the Crazy Annie's Stitching Club that I'm in, the sled.
Sled
ornament club.
Yeah.
I'm also in the, well, it's not really a club, but I'm on the auto ship
Okay.
for the Summer House Stitch Works, Fragments in Time. And this year, the 2021, is Tales from the Sea. So I got number 1 so far. And again, thinking that I will probably finish these. So and it's kind of in the same way that I finished all those JBW.
Yeah. Small pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is number 2.
I do love the colors on these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're mostly weeks. There's, I think, 1 color in cotton, at least in these 2. I'm not sure what the whole series is going to look like. But you can, if you're interested in these, you can go to the Crazy Annie Stitchin' Facebook page. There's going to be a series of 8 charts, and you can, of course, stitch them individually, or you could stitch them all in one piece. They're, if you go to the Summer House Stitch Works website, they have a complimentary border that you can download if you want to stitch them all together.
Okay.
I also got, as part of this, the finishing. So the chenille on the pillows here is a Lady Dot Creates chenille, and it's called Carob. And it looks a lot more green-blue than the picture here, but it is the same chenille. So,
Oh, that'll be great.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the charts are released 2 at a time. So the first 2 were released in January. Second 2 were released in March for Needlework Expo. So I should be getting those any time now. and then the next 2 in May, next 2 in July.
Good.
So
Have them all stitched by year end. Oh no,
I
starts.
can't.
That's
I can't. Don't tempt me.
You really are tempting yourself there.
Don't tempt me.
You are going to be very busy in 2022.
And then one last thing, because I couldn't help myself. I saw that Tempting Tangles is having another sal. And their new sal is Quakers in Italy. And I have Quakers. I purchased Quakers in France.
Okay.
I did not get Quakers in Scotland.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about it.
I know. I've eyed that one too.
And I wish I had purchased it when the sale was going on, but I didn't. Anyway, I did purchase Quakers in Italy. Don't have a picture for it. The sale hasn't started yet. It doesn't really matter when it starts anyway because I can't start it, but I'm going to have all the pieces. So the first release is actually April 1st, and then the schedule is like every 2 weeks another piece of the sal will be released, and then the last part is released on October 28th. And then January 1st I could start it if I wanted to.
Yeah. So. I don't know, you're tempting me with this now.
Well, they do, so they have Quakers in Japan.
Oh, I
they
don't think
have
I know that one.
Quakers in, I don't know if it's called, it must be called Quakers in England. You should look at that one.
Okay.
Or is it Quakers in London? No, it must be Quakers in England.
Okay.
Because they're countries.
Yeah.
And let's see, do they have another one? I can't remember right now, but
do we say Holland? Do we say Holland?
Oh right,
yeah.
Yes, they have one in Holland. Yeah. So I've been to France, and the Tempting Tangles Quakers in France is a beautiful pattern.
Is it?
So that one I have. I've been to Scotland, so that's why I was thinking about doing that. I have not been to Italy, but I purchased it anyway because Italy is on my bucket list. So someday.
I think you need to do this then.
Yeah. So
that'll be your reward.
Oh, and then the last thing that I purchased. This was actually also part of the my silver needle purchases. I bought myself a cross stitch gauge. So
and she kindly bought 2 of them.
Right, had to have, my friend Chris had to get them too. So I, if our viewers know that I started Halloween in Samhain, and which is a hemlock and rye design, and started it and realized that the houses were not going to fit on that piece of fabric. And then realized that the count on the fabric was mislabeled. So ended up, I haven't started it yet again, but I will.
You did get a dispensation though,
I did, yes.
Because it was a true start.
Right. So I did start it for 2021. I am going to be able to restart it with no penalty.
Good.
So I got the right fabric, and I guess now what I should do is really check the fabrics before I start.
Well, I wouldn't have thought of that before, but now it seems like a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks to you, we're ready to.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So that is all of my haul. I think that's plenty for this week. Do you want to talk about plans?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I want to ask you?
Yeah.
So on our Instagram,
yes,
I think it might have even been January 1st. You posted that you were reading the Mark Twain, The
Yes,
Innocents
I
Abroad.
did. Yes,
Are you still reading?
I
Are
am
you
still
done?
reading that. Oh no, I'm still reading it.
It's a 700-page book, right?
700 plus pages, and I am reading it. I do enjoy it. It is slow going for me because I pretty much tend just to read at night, and it is an uncomfortably large book.
Oh.
Yes, I do have a Kindle somewhere, I'm sure, but I happen to have and well, it wasn't like an old book and that it's brand new, but I've had it for ages and ages. And yes, so it is a little heavy at night. So I probably only get like, I don't know, 2 or 4 pages done at night. So it is gradually going along.
So that's your book
whip. I do like it. That's my book whip, and it could be my book whip for the year.
No new starts.
Right. But it is good. He, of course, is funny, and I have not read a lot of Mark Twain, and he is rather disparaging of many of the, even if sometimes the places, but even more so the people, I think, that he encounters on the way. But it is kind of fun just to get that sense of traveling by ship, back then. And yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah, he kind of talks like about Venice, speaking of Italy, kind of being this like old rundown city, like, long past its glory. And
Wow.
I'm thinking like, I don't know, somehow they made it till now, right? So that is fun. Yeah.
So part of your plans are to keep
reading.
Keep
That's
reading.
right.
What
Yeah.
else? What about your stitchy plans?
I can't say that that's taken so much time out of my stitching. I don't know, pretty much just what I said. I think that I'm kind of torn now. Definitely I am getting that little whip done so I can bring that to the stitcher at the end of this finisher. Other than that, I'm kind of torn between getting some more quick things finished to up my quotient on that, or if I think you've got me thinking though with that 30-minute a day, maybe I get a big one going and just kind of see some incremental progress on it. Yeah. I'm also now seeing a nice viewer had mentioned that if we have the space here, we should put up some stitching.
Oh, yeah.
So I did grab an old finish. And this is always hanging up in my house, but it is typically in the dining room. And I don't really know anything about this. It says Cafe au lait and beignet. And I got it many years ago when I was in New Orleans. And
it was a kit?
Yeah, I think it was a kit since it was back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was a really fun stitch. And it always brings back nice memories of New Orleans.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I guess I'll move it around here for a bit.
Get that out of the sun so
Yeah,
we won't blind our viewers.
I know, that's right. It's
That's
like
really
a laser.
Nice. That's very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think that's it for me.
So let me just put this here so we don't. Okay.
All right.
So that you can get back in the frame. All right. So let's see. For me, keep working on Let Freedom Ring. I am going to finish Beach Dance.
Yeah.
It's close, and I have some stitching group opportunities coming up in the near future, so definitely will be working on that. And then I have to decide what I'm going to have for my other...
for the sale, for the within No New Starts, or?
Yeah, so the second, let's see, the second half of March, they have three sales that you could do. 2 of them, I don't have a whip that would support it, but one of them is Stitch on Something with Cats. So I will be pulling out my cat one, and you guys will see that the next time we film. And then also pulling out, if I finish Beach Dance, then I'm going to need something else to replace my small type thing that I can do, you know, at work, or just, you know, whenever I can fit in a few minutes of stitching. Other than that, I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, I know one other thing I was going to mention. I had said to Jane, I watched a new to me floss tuber. It sounds like she maybe hadn't posted too much recently and is now getting back into it. And I may massacre her name. I'll give the link to Jane, who will take care of this in our notes. But I'm going to say Coco Hamas, and it's funny because she talked during her video about how she massacres a lot of names, so I don't think she'd take this personally. But she does do some beautiful stitching, a lot of mirabilias and things, and some of the things she does is on pretty crazy stitch counts. But as I said to Jane, the other fun part of it is she has an adorable Frenchie named Gazpacho, and he kind of makes an appearance in the beginning. He wants to. He recently hurt his leg, so he couldn't jump up on the couch. He had to bring him up. But the funny part is he just, like, after a while, he was out cold and snoring away through the whole thing. And so she's fun to take a look at her and see.
And that's pretty much what Tiger the Chug the Chug does while we're He jumps up, finds a comfortable spot, and sits and sleeps.
Right.
I think he likes to be with us.
Gazpacho snores louder than Tiger does. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, and we'll see you in about 2 weeks,
right? A good couple of weeks. In the meantime, happy stitching.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.